Welcome to our series where we meet 5 women whose lives truly made a difference. This is Women Who Paved the Way. Let's dive in. You know that moment when pain stops being just yours and turns into purpose? These 5 women reached that point. Not all at once, not in the same way, but when they did, they acted.
She survived Auschwitz, lost her father, her mother, her brother, all murdered in the camps. But Simone Veil didn't let the past break her. Decades later, she stood in the French Parliament, calm, composed, unshakable, as men shouted her down for daring to legalize abortion. In 1975, she passed the law. A Holocaust survivor became the face of women's rights in France because she knew what it meant when the state controls your body. She was 21, a philosophy student, and part of a resistance group called the White Rose. They printed leaflets denouncing Hitler. They signed their real names. They spread them in stairwells. In February 1943, Sophie Scholl was caught. She didn't run. She told the court, somebody had to make a start. 3 days later, she was executed by guillotine. She didn't carry a weapon, just words.
2 women, 2 different wars. One chose the law, one chose resistance, but both refused to disappear into survival. They remind us, it's not what you live through that defines you, it's what you do with it. What happens when girls are told to stay quiet? They grow up and raise their voices even louder. Malala and Rigoberta weren't meant to reach a microphone, but they did. And when they spoke, they made space for millions more to be heard.
She wanted to go to school. The Taliban said no, so Malala wrote, first a blog, then speeches. In 2012, at 15, they shot her in the head. She survived. She didn't stop. At 17, she became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner in history, not for what she suffered, but for what she made of it. Malala didn't fight with anger. She fought with words, and she made them global. Her family was killed. Her village burned. Her people silenced. So Rigoberta Menchú spoke in every language she could. She told the world about the Guatemalan genocide, the torture, the disappearances, the lies. They tried to erase her. She documented everything. In 1992, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. But she didn't stop there. She kept fighting for land rights, for truth, for indigenous voices, because silence protects power, and she refused to stay quiet.
Not all protest takes place on the streets. Some of it plays in a jazz club. Some of it lives in the rhythm of a song you can't ignore. Nina Simone didn't play to soothe the world. She played to confront it.
She trained to be a classical pianist, but the world wouldn't let a black woman play Bach. So Nina Simone made her own music and her own message. After the 1963 murder of Medgar Evers and 4 girls in Birmingham, she wrote Mississippi Goddamn, a protest song disguised as a show tune. She sang what the movement couldn't say out loud. Then they blacklisted her. She kept going. Nina Simone didn't sing for applause. She sang to make you uncomfortable.
They didn't choose their struggles, but they chose what came next. So if you've ever felt like it's not your place to speak, look again, because their stories didn't end in silence. They turned it into something louder. This is Voices of Courage, and more stories are on the way.